Well, hello there. If you're new to this channel, where have you been? I've been waiting for you. My name is Mehdi and I've been living in Korea for 5 years. A lot of people seem to have enjoyed watching the process of me moving into this beautiful apartment, so I thought it would be nice to formally show it to you. One thing that you have to know is that it's a fake 3 bedroom. I'm gonna pop up the floor plan on the left. I'm looking at it right now. So I think they just put doors basically here and here just to call it a 3 bedroom apartment. They finished building the place literally 3 months ago. I jumped on it, so let me know if you want tips on how to find a place in Seoul. I mentioned the deposit of the old place that I used to live in when I uploaded the video on TikTok, which was $22,000. And a lot of people were shocked. Now, wait until you hear how much this place was. It is definitely a lot of money, but you get it back at the end of your lease. And honestly, there are scams, so you need to be careful, but I'll talk about how to avoid them in the video that I told you that I was gonna make. The deposit of the place I'm currently in is actually of $37,500, which is so much money. The rent with TV, internet included, is actually $1,520. It's on the expensive side for Seoul standards, but I'm super happy with the place and I know that I made the right choice by just moving in here. And now I want to walk you through what I did with it. So in my old place, I added a lot of different color accents. It was very much of a maximalist approach, and honestly, new year, new me, I completely changed it up. A lot of people would say that the black and white style kind of makes it a little bit sterile, but I warmed it up with, nice lighting, warm wood, and I'm just so happy to enter a space that isn't as stimulating and doesn't suck the energy out of you, if that makes sense. I like that when you enter, you have this huge mirror, lots of storage for my shoes, which is very appreciated. The first thing that you see when you enter is the kitchen and the island, which honestly, going in made such a big impression. I was already thinking of all the things I could do on there. Get your minds out the gutter. I'm not talking about that. I'm also not talking about cooking because I don't do that. I'm talking home decor options, so many counter space, so many things that you can put on it, so many things that you can do. I like buying very aesthetic everyday stuff. So for example, things that you wouldn't really usually have on display, but when they fit your aesthetic, it's just this much stuff that you don't have to worry about organizing. 3 stoves, which is not super common, and double door fridge, which you're gonna laugh, but I live by myself and I don't need all of this space. What I do need though is skincare storage. I took the skincare fridge concept very seriously. I'm very lucky to get gifted a lot of skincare by brands, and it's just nice to have all of this hidden somewhere. And when it gets too overwhelming or when the products I tested and didn't like them, I just have my friends go take a look and take whatever they want. They shop around so nothing ever goes to waste. And if you want to buy some of your own, I'm gonna put my code right here so that you can enjoy a little discount. Wait, yes, style code. There you go. More storage below the island. The sink is gorgeous, but a little bit annoying because the water splashes everywhere. I think because of the height, the mirror that you see on the kitchen island when you come in is from Mihomoto. It's made by an artist friend of mine. She's excellent at what she does. I originally planned to use it on my vanity, but I thought it was way too pretty to waste it in a space that people wouldn't really see. And I thought if I'm going to spend this much on a mirror, people are going to see it right when they come in. And then you have the bathroom, which on the floor plan would be like right here in the middle. Wet bathroom, which a lot of people hate, but I'm just like, wear slippers. Like when you're not showering, just wear slippers. I don't know if that's any more complicated than that. This bidet is actually the very first thing I ordered and it's life-changing. And then you have the living room. So it's this whole thing that you see on the floor plan. I love to have my perfumes on display like that. It's just so nice to look at. Look at all this money I spent just not to stink. Sometimes I wish people on the bus would do the same. I only put the ones that fit with the color scheme, but they're also the ones that I happen to use the most, so nice coincidence. Stools for the island, I can eat there. I didn't want to have 2 of the same stools because I think if you're gonna have such a basic color scheme, it's nice to play with, different textures. The coffee table cost me an arm and a leg, but I think it really makes the space. I think it's like the centerpiece. And yeah, this is the fake 3-bedroom situation that I told you about. So this glass door that you see is actually here on the floor plan, so you can divide the living room not in 2, but just like that. I wanted to use this whole thing as a huge living room. I have my TV here, so it's the Samsung Sheriff. I think it's the best compromise when it comes to quality and aesthetics. Even in broad daylight, I can see very well and it has nice contrast. So yeah, this robot vacuum cleaner that's way too overpriced, but that's pretty. It works very well. It mops. And it's pretty. The sofa itself is huge and comfy. It's from IKEA. I told you in the previous video that I'm obsessed with the brand Sobak. The cushions are from there as well, and so are a few pieces on the kitchen island. So is what I'm wearing right now, actually. A tip I would give you for your curtains is to have your curtains go from wall to wall. It makes the room look so much bigger. If I take that window, for example, and I have the curtains fit, it looks super weird. But when you look at how this whole wall of curtains look, you just can't even compare. I'm obsessed with this concave IKEA mirror, and then you have the bedroom. Here, I couldn't do full length curtains for obvious reasons, and I was kind of worried about it, but I love the final result. I was a little bummed that the wardrobe I got from IKEA would hide the window a little bit, but what are you gonna do? Like, don't overconsume. Maybe that way you won't need that big of a wardrobe. I haven't bought any clothes in 2024. Oh, that's a lie. I bought one piece of clothing in 2024, and I wanted to stay that way. The goal is to not shop, you guys. If it's not interior, I'm not buying it. I'm gonna regret saying that later. The space that you're looking at right now, I'm using it for storage, for my vanity, and to film, the beauty content. Again, if you don't follow me on TikTok, keep up. I have the handles on the top right corner. We have another Mihomodu mirror that I propped on this, the skincare I'm using at the moment, and you guys, in-unit washer and dryer, which in Korean apartments, like Korean apartments that you rent, is not that common. So I was like very, very lucky to have that. And then again, if I pay that kind of rent, I'm expecting, some perks. And if you can tell, I'm very sensitive to smells. So that's why you see, a lot of diffusers here and there. I love, love, love huge diffusers, huge candles. I was gonna buy a diptyque one, like 1.5 kilogram, and then I saw the price. It was like $500, I think, or like 400, and then I was like, maybe when I get a sugar daddy. It did get me to reconsider that Emirati's offer that I got in my DMs a while ago, but this is not the life I decided to lead. Diptyque, if you're watching. The one that you're looking at right now as I'm editing is from a dear friend of mine, Fama. If you're watching this, hi. I think my favorite one is this one from Diptyque. Yeah, they got enough money from me. I'm gonna stop there. I kind of like it though, because you can barely tell that it's Diptyque. It's if you know kind of thing. And it's not in your face like, oh my god, I bought this thing from Diptyque, except I'm telling it to you guys now anyway. And I have a very strong competitor here on the table. It's from Maison Margiela. It smells like matcha. I'm obsessed. Anyway, I talked so freaking much in this video. I'm not sure if you'll have any questions because I talked so much, but if you do, leave them in the comments down below. Subscribe and talk to you soon. Bye.